Welcome to Insanely Positive! Your oasis of joy when the world seems grey and full of grumpy faces. I'm Suzanne Freiherz. Thank you for joining me. I'll feed you buckets of joy to bring out your best self so you can live your best life.
Hello everyone. As you can hear, I have a cold, but I am very happy and very grateful that I'm healthy enough to do this episode. So let's start with a yay! Today we want to come home to a basic feeling of trust, to trust life and to trust yourself. Trusting life is an inner emotional safe space, and that gives you a sense of safety and strength. If you feel you don't have a basic trust from your childhood, you can build and strengthen it now. When you trust life and yourself, your self-worth will benefit greatly. I've been talking about self-esteem a lot in previous episodes because I strongly believe that it is vital for every human being to know how valuable their life is. So self-esteem is not the same as self-confidence, but you can find out more in the episodes Positivity Overload, Positive Self-Image, and Words Create Worlds. So when you trust life, you trust yourself. And only when you trust yourself, you can trust others. And when you trust others, you can connect on a deeper level and you free your relationships from stuff like distrust and doubt and basically a lot of stress. As it usually is, everything comes at a perfect time. So I had been sick in the last days, and that reminded me how deeply I trust life and how profoundly this trust helps me and gives me strength. So only a few days ago, I was sick in bed. I was visiting my family in Austria, and on Thursday, I felt a little under the weather. And on Friday, I was enjoying a full package of a flu combined with not being able to keep food or water down. And I will spare you the details. So I was in bed. That was Friday. And on Saturday, 4 a.m. in the morning, Tom and I had to leave, and we had a travel day of at least 12 hours. Everyone who saw me on Friday was certain that we would have to postpone everything and reorganize our flights and everything. I was in bed the whole day. I was mostly sleeping, and every time I woke up, I focused on the fact that it would be so much work for Tom to reorganize everything. And I focused on the fact that I love to travel, I love to fly, and I focused on my trust in life that everything will be fine. I focused on trusting life that we would be spared all the inconvenience of postponing everything and that everything will be okay. And I relaxed into this trust instead of worrying and stressing myself out. And also my mom and Tom took great care of me. And then 3:30 in the morning, the alarm rang and I knew everything is okay. I wasn't completely healthy, but I was well enough to get up and to travel. So the day went by. I basically slept anywhere I was sitting. So in the car, the planes, the airports, everywhere. I hadn't been eating and I only had some sips of water for 2 whole days. But I felt pretty okay, and bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, after 15 hours, including delays and detours, we finally arrived. It's quite hard to believe that we're still in Europe when it takes you more than 15 hours of travel. But this will be the first winter in years that Tom and I will spend in Europe, and we are really thrilled about it. And having arrived here, I basically ate the whole time to recover and get some strength. And I'm so grateful that I recovered to share this story with you and to hopefully inspire you to trust life. And this whole thing really made me aware how deeply I trust life. I trust that I'm taken care of. And I think that this trust helped me, or helped my body, to recover so fast. And after this whole story, it is just more than fitting to do a pep talk about trust today. I think that everything is easier when we have trust in life and when we trust ourselves. And yes, trusting life and trusting yourself is the same thing. I had an interesting conversation with a client of mine where she told me that she doesn't trust herself at all. And so I told her, okay, that's no problem. You can just focus on your trust in life because it's the same thing. And I will explain what I mean with this in this pep talk. And I really do hope that this pep talk will be a helping hand for you and a source of support and an anchor when you feel lost. And as always, I want to make sure that you have something hands-on, not just talk. I want you to have an experience, something that enables you to directly experience this trust. And when you have an experience, you don't need to believe me, but instead you can tap into this feeling anytime. And once you've experienced something, it goes deeply into your being, and it's like a treasure on the inside. So, let's start by taking a breath together. And then ask yourself, do you trust yourself? Do you trust your logical mind, your knowledge and your experience? Do you trust your heart, your gut? And it's a good thing to know, I think, that trusting your gut is only clever and logical because thanks to modern medicine and research, we know for a fact that your gut is a brain all by itself. You are carrying important information within your gut. So you have two immensely intelligent brains, one in your head and the other one in your gut. And now please focus on your breath. And you don't need to change anything. It's perfect the way it is. Just feel your breath. And then with a sense of curiosity, see what happens when you finish your exhale. Just exhale and finish your exhale and then see what happens. You inhale, right? Just like that. It just comes. It flows into you. You don't need to ask for it. You don't need to hope that it will show up. You don't need to believe. You don't need to fight for it or do anything for it. It just comes to you. And now please enjoy this flow for a couple of breaths. Just being aware that every time you exhaled, the inhale flows into you. And just become aware that you can trust this process. That you are trusting this process right now, and you do the same thing all day long. All day long, the inhale comes as a gift every time, naturally and effortlessly. You rely on this process all day long, and also during the night when you drool on your pillow. Just become aware that all the time you trust life. You trust that you are breathing and that your heart is beating. And just know right now, know and be aware that you trust life. You already do. Trust is here already. It is within you already. And just focus on how wonderful it feels to know that you're taken care of and that you're being nurtured. To know that the inhale comes after each exhale. You are being nurtured in every moment of your life. Life takes care of you, beats your heart and moves your breath when you're awake, when you're asleep, when you're happy and when you're cranky, when you are loving and kind and when you aren't. Life looks after you unconditionally in every moment of your life. And right this moment, you trust life. And from now on, this experience will be with you anytime you need it. And you can recall this feeling anytime you want, easily and effortlessly. And it will give you a feeling of safety and comfort. Anytime you become aware that the inhale flows into you after the exhale, you'll remember that you can rely on life. And now please, become aware that life is not something out there, but it is within you. You are life. Pure life force pulsates within you. And now that you trust life, you trust yourself. Because you and life are one. And once more, feel your exhale. And enjoy the inhale flowing into you. And you'll see that you can't differentiate between life and yourself anymore. Because you are life. And become aware what it feels like to trust yourself. Feel how this amazing intelligence that you are, that is all around you in every human, every being, every tree, every flower, that is in everything, how it nurtures everything and holds everything in balance. And now feel how relaxed you are, bathing in this trust. Feel the calm deep within you and know that everything is okay the way it is. Feel that you trust a force, an energy that pervades every being, every planet, the whole universe. And it is so easy to trust this energy that is you. Now, thank you so much for doing this with me. Repeat this anytime you want to rediscover and deepen your trust in life and in yourself, and see how it will lift so much weight off your shoulders and it will bring so much ease into your life. And to finish today's time together, so many T's here. I invite you to have a look on my website. There is no T in my website. It's yuna.com, yuna.com. You'll find the link in the show notes. And there on my website, you can do classes and courses with me. And maybe you want to give yourself a course or a class package for Christmas. Or maybe you want to surprise somebody else with a course or a class. And if you're looking for a very special gift, something that is dedicated to well-being and to positivity and to happiness, I'm sure you'll find the right course or class. If you need help, feel free to contact me anytime. And maybe you know someone who always thinks of everyone else first and never takes time for himself or for herself. And I think a course or a class package would be perfect for such a human being, to encourage them to take some valuable me time. If you want to give a course or a class as a gift to somebody else, how it works is you'll send me an email. My address is Suzanne with a Z at yuna.com, yuna.com. And we will create a personalized gift code for this very special person, and you can give them the gift code and then they can enjoy a course or a class package. If you want to give yourself a gift, you can simply go online and choose whatever you want and click, and it's very easy and you can start right away. If you need any help anytime with anything like that, get in touch with me. You can subscribe to my newsletter and you can get in touch via Instagram. And also, when you are on Instagram, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know what pep talk you want to hear next week. And I would be happy to fulfill your wish. And also, you can subscribe to this show. If you do, you have the advantage that you will get notified when the new episode is available. And this way, you'll never miss any episodes. Now I think it's time to say goodbye. See you again next week. A big thank you and a big smile to you all. I hope you enjoyed this one. I really hope you will continue to tune in, and I really believe that together we can create a more positive world, and we can create more smiles and more happy hearts and more togetherness. Wherever you are and whatever you do, just make sure that positivity pervades your heart and your gut and your brain and every cell of your body and your thoughts and your actions and your words. And remember, create joy and bliss, shed the negative. The new normal is insanely positive.